Hi, Chris Walker here, and today I just want to talk to you about abundance, about the gratitude mindset, about super thinking, about the genius within you. We score ourselves on the VIP score, and a person will write down on their score what they think they've got. In this case, it's health is about a 6, career is about a 5, social is about a 4, mental is about an 8, spiritual is a 10, financial I can't work it out, but it's about a 7. If you add those numbers up and subtract them from 70, so the 7 areas of life, the maximum score you can get is 70. And if you add up the VIP scores, the scores that you score yourself, you get your VIP score. If you subtract your VIP score from 70, you get your gratitude score. The gratitude score represents how thankful you are. Now, it's really important to have a gap between your VIP score, these numbers we've put on this chart, and 10 out of 10. Because if there was no gap, you would not be green, you would not be growing. And when you're green, you're growing, and when you're ripe, you're rot. So there is nobody really who's got 10 out of 10 for very long. Now, for most people, what they do is they work out how thankful they are for life, and then they shrink their vision to fit their gratitude. It makes them safe, it makes them comfortable. But that's just not the way to work, because that's like a tree getting smaller. What we know is that our vision gets bigger every year. What we achieve gives birth to what we can achieve. And so there is no satisfaction ever permanent in vision achievement. There's no satisfaction ever permanent in relationship achievement. What we need to do, therefore, is to recognize that nothing of the senses ever satisfies the soul. And in fact, the inspiration side of vision, inspiration, and purpose can be achieved at any single moment in time by recognizing that we are actually on the outer circle, a 10 out of 10. Now that's an abundant universe. That means that nothing's ever missing. You might say, well, I think it is missing, but let me give you a couple of examples. Let me say there's a person who says, I don't feel very wealthy. I've got a low score. And I say, that's fine. You give me your eyeballs. I'll give you $100 million for your eyeballs. And they go, no, I won't. Now, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Because one minute they're saying they're poor. Next minute they won't sell their eyeballs for $100 million. They've got a couple of kids. And I say, I tell you what, I'll give you $200 million for your kids. And they go, I wouldn't sell them. And I say, but you said you were poor and this is a way of being rich. And they said, no, I don't want to swap the way I've got my wealth for the wealth that you're offering. And there's a quote that says, if you don't appreciate it the way that you've got it, you won't get it the way that you want it. All mental health problems on earth are caused by ingratitude and the lack of abundance. It comes from people measuring their lives with their ego by saying, my health, because I've got a problem, is low. But instead of having that emotional opinion, which is my health is low, what we need to do is have that as a vision. Yes, my health is low and I want to expand it to be in the form that I want it. But we also need to marry that side by side with inspiration, which is the heart and soul. And the heart and soul says you're 10 out of 10 in all 7 areas of life. And it can prove it. I just proved it by trying to buy your kids. I just proved it by trying to buy your eyeballs. If you said, my health is crappy, I'll say, well, where is your health? Is it in your mind? Is it in your spiritual knowledge? Is it in your love for your family? Is it in your love for your thing? You go, oh, my career's really bad. Oh, I'm so unlucky. I've got a lousy. Where are all the things that you think are missing in your career? Where are they in the other areas of life? Are they in your children, in your birthing of children? Are they in your mind with your virtual reality of the potentiality of your life? Are they in your love and relationship with your partner? And I'm not saying they have to stay in that form, but if you don't appreciate it the way that you've got it, you won't get it the way that you want it. When you disconnect from your soul, when you disconnect from the sense of abundance, from the sense of 10 out of 10, you start going for your vision as if achieving a vision will make you happy. Now, all achieving your vision does is make you want more vision. All achieving your vision does is make you want more. It doesn't satisfy the soul. Nothing of the senses ever satisfies the soul. So you can have more relationship, more family, but all it does, it just changes the shape of the circle, changes the shape of your lines. What we're trying to do here is witness the fact that at any moment in time, you are 10 out of 10, 100% fully enlightened, fully inspired, fully thankful individual on the inside. And that frees you up to have goals and ambitions and desires and appetites and whatever it is on the outside without getting attached to them, without becoming obsessed with them, without deluding yourself and thinking that if I get what I want on the outside world, a better job, a better health, a better financial, a better spiritual, I will be happy, because it won't. All that satisfying a goal or a vision on the outside does is birth another vision. And another vision births another vision. And so you're like a cat chasing its tail, or a dog chasing its tail, or a mouse in one of those wheels going round and round. We imprison ourselves with the idea that happiness comes from the pursuit of happiness. We make this big mistake that we think that by chasing something or changing the shape of our VIP diagram, we're going to be a better, happier, more satisfied individual. So what I'm suggesting here is that it's very wise every day to sit down and count your blessings, to know that crisis is a blessing, that everything bad that happens to us is reminding us to be thankful. That's all it's doing. I've worked with thousands of businesses. I've been in management consulting and personal growth industry for 35 years. Not one single bankruptcy was caused by anything else but ingratitude. Not one single bankruptcy, and I worked on hundreds of them, not one single business catastrophe was caused by anything else by ingratitude, the loss of thankfulness for what they had. They started small, they started the business, it grew, they were thankful for clients, they were thankful for small things, they were a 10 out of 10. They knew what they were thankful. And so even though they had big ambitions and a business plan to build a multi-billion-dollar business, they were still thankful for the multi-million-dollar or the multi-thousand-dollar business they had. They were still thankful for the small clients. Some people came along and said the 80-20 rule. Get rid of the 80% of people who waste your time and keep the 20% of people who make you profit. And that's a big mistake. You keep 100% of your clients. You be thankful for the little things. And in the relationship, I've worked on, I would say, 5,000 relationships in the course of 35 years to help people. And every single relationship failure has been caused by the ingratitude of one or both of the partners comparing their partner what they think they want. Not being thankful for the form they've got it in, which would breed their partner to grow more, being unthankful. So I'm giving you a formula. Vision is the unthankful self, the ego self, wanting bigger. You must pursue that because that's inspirational. That's the human spirit chasing its goals, wanting to do something big, wanting to expand and grow and develop, just like a tree wants to expand and grow and have growth rings. But at the same time, simultaneously, not separately, simultaneously, what we need here is 100% gratitude for what we've got, to know that nothing's ever missing to the soul. We must be able to thank the soul. We must be able to connect to the universe and say, I'm a fully abundant, fully gifted, fully thankful individual. Instantaneous recognition that crisis is a blessing is healing. And I think that what we need to do is have a much more scientific, a much more powerful representation of gratitude. What you appreciate grows, and what you don't appreciate, you lose. Nothing's surer, nothing's more clear, and nothing is more representative of a universal law of nature.